Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the 11 Days of Global Unity. This is our 15th anniversary, and I'm one of your hosts. I'm Karen Palmer. I am known as Mindful Media Mom and Miss Kindness on all social media. We're talking to the people who are out in the world growing more kindness and unity in their community. And we are really, really excited to share ways that you can take action steps. We're taking vision to action, and we're asking, what can we do together that we can't do on our own? Today, I have my dear friend Renee here, and Renee is going to share a little bit about herself, just a little background, Renee, a little bit about the work that you're doing with the Peace Pulse, and the best way people can get in touch with you.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Hi, everybody. So kindness and compassion, a great topic. And like most people on this call, I've been working with those attributes all of my life, sometimes with great success, other times with challenges that create unique opportunities. So my passion for spreading the universal message of hope is actually just 5 simple words. May peace prevail on earth. And that message came through Masahi Sugoi of Japan after he experienced the horrors of the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And so when I first came to see that message, may peace prevail on earth, on peace poles dedicated to every sovereign nation along a wonderful walking path leading to a valley area in Wassaic, New York, in fact, land that was donated by indigenous people of that area. So just a beautiful energy and experience to see a peace pole dedicated to every sovereign nation. And that was in 1999. And when I saw that, I felt that, wow, if people could do this and make this great effort, and even Masahi Sugoi could come from such a horrific experience and come back to console his people simply by saying, may peace prevail on earth. He didn't come with any words of retribution. And so if he could do that, certainly I could make a commitment, no matter what challenge I face, to just go back to that peaceful, hopeful, universal knowing that we all really seek peace. So from that experience of seeing those peace poles, I decided that I would plant, and that means to put in the ground, 1 peace pole on a school campus for the rest of my life, 1 every year. And so I don't overwhelm myself with the thoughts of, fixing others or fixing the world. My little part felt like I could do at least 1 peace pole every year. And from that commitment, it just organically sort of has a ripple effect. And then when people see a peace pole at a school campus, if they're at the dedication ceremony, they might say, how can I do this?
Right.
And so sometimes when we choose a mission, we don't always have to self-promote or promote that mission.
Right.
My feeling has been to just go ahead and make the commitment, and I make my heart available, and I listen to opportunities that come up where people might want to plant their own peace pole.
Yeah.
So what I like to say is we have inspiration, we have communication, and we have dedication. If we stick to those 3 things, inspiration, communication, dedication, I can inspire myself and others to do exactly what you and I are doing. We're talking about how I manifest kindness and compassion in the world beyond the 11 days of unity.
This is just a kickstart for us. We're going to continue after the 11 days for sure. It's just an opportunity for us to really amplify each other's work for these 11 days and get to the mass media.
It's like a trampoline of new energy.
Yes.
And so with the inspiration, we inspire ourselves and others to choose something that is, like you said, an actionable event. What can you do, literally? And there's many little things and big things we can be engaged in. The communication part is, how are you going to manifest that inspiration? So I like to talk with principals at schools or get invited to the PTA. and talk about this very thing I'm talking with you about now, is the Peace Poll project on school campuses. And other people can choose their actionable event. So that's the communication part. And the dedication is then, can you be dedicated to follow up on your inspiration and your communication to actually get to that point where that thing you envision has come to fruition or manifest? For me, it's simply making sure the Peace Poll is in place and it's maybe covered, and we unveil it. We talk to the students and the staff and the first responders that are present. We unveil this Peace Poll, which is about 7 feet tall, and it can have between 4 and 8 languages on all 4 sides of the Peace Poll. I'm going to walk to one.
I'm losing your volume though. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm not going to walk that way. I'm going to stay put. But I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to
Maybe you could just tell me the website so that we can go and get our own Peace Polls. That would
That's right. So what you want to do, everyone, is write this down. It's shop, S-H-O-P, peace, P-E-A-C-E, no spaces, of course, .org.
shoppeace.org. Okay.
Yes. And that's the site that is directly connected to the World Peace Society.
Okay.
And so what you're doing, folks, when you honor that site, you're actually helping to move forward Masahisa Goi's work. And that's why I choose to get Peace Polls from that site.
And there's Peace Polls. I just noticed, I just saw a blog post about it saying that it's in every nation, the Peace Polls.
Yes, there are Peace Polls on every continent, and probably now on every sovereign nation. There's over 200,000 Peace Polls in the world. So I'm showing one that's like a 17-inch desktop Peace Poll.
Oh, I love that.
And this is a wooden Peace Poll. Now, I always choose to get the Japanese language on any of mine because, again, I'm honoring how this was manifested in the world through Masahisa Goi of Japan.
How much is one of those?
This one, I believe, they might be $45.
Okay, perfect. So I will post all of that in our newsletter.
And here's one that's outside in my front yard, you guys.
Beautiful.
Right? You can put a little solar cap on it. These are things that you can do on public school campuses. And I like what the executive director says from the World Peace Society. Fumi Johns Stewart has reminded me that every time we put a Peace Poll in, it's like an acupuncture point of light. So imagine the healing that you are putting on the planet every time you choose to plant a Peace Poll. And here's how simple it is. You simply dig a 2-foot perimeter circle, and it's 2 feet down, and you can fill that with some rocks as you're putting your Peace Poll in the center. You get a plumb level, you get a bag of Quikrete, and you have a hose or some water handy. You start to mix that in with the Peace Poll. You keep checking to make sure it's plumb and level, and then as it dries, you have your Peace Poll anchored.
Beautiful. So simple.
It's really simple.
That. So I guess we're answering that question, what can we do together that we can't do on our own? So what would you suggest to somebody who's watching this right now, how they could do this in their community? To get started, what would you say for them to get started? For like after they watch this and they feel inspired, what would be their first?
Right. If you're inspired and you're a little overwhelmed, feel free to email me at peacepolls4schools@gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. I'll put that in there too. I'll put that all into this. So thank you so much, Renee. I love this. This is such a beautiful, beautiful concept that it feels very simple to implement this into each community. And
it
so
really
peacepollsforschools@gmail.com is how they can get involved.
Yes.
And then they can shop peace.org to order their own Peace Poll.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Renee, for taking the time to be here. And peace and we. Remember, 3 I's that make a we: to inform, inspire, and involve. That makes us we. And let's go from me to we.
Yes, I love it.
That's what we're doing here. Thank you so much. Let's keep asking that question. What else is possible? When we come together, we are able to share our gifts. Each one of us has gifts that the other one doesn't. And I'm so honored to bring you Renee. And Renee, your last name?
M-A-R-I-E.
M-A-R-I-E. Okay, awesome, Renee. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And the best way for people to email you is to go for the email again.
Peace Polls for Schools at gmail.com.
Perfect. So let's make sure we all email for peacepolls4schools@gmail.com. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Make sure that you share this out. Remember, sharing is caring. And when we amplify each other's work, we double the impact. So make sure you're sharing this out and letting people know how they can have peace polls in their community. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.